What up, Wash Game? In today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how we wash the garbage trucks behind me. These are front loading, and they also have some roll-off trucks that we do for them. It's a total of 20 units roughly. Just wanted to show you guys exactly how we run it. Every process is different, but it's important that you factor in your dollar per hour, as we talked about in different videos. For those of you watching this on YouTube, you might get a shorter clip, but if you want the full detailed breakdown, you can find it inside the Wash Game, guys. Another badass thing about the Wash Game Fleet Washing Network is you have a community that stands beside you. You guys can compare notes, DM each other, and basically build a fleet washing network to help each other along the way. We'll see you guys on the inside. In the meantime, enjoy this video. Talk to you all soon. All right, boys, before we get to the fun part of washing out in the field, I want to cover a couple of topics with you guys here at the office. I think it's 2 or 3 details that I just want to cover to get you guys a little bit more comfortable when you guys walk into these garbage disposal plants in your city. All right, boys, so here's the famous front-loading garbage truck. Easy peasy. I'm going to run through the main problem areas real quick for you. First, the front windshield, obviously, the top of the truck, and the hood at the very top. This is where all the trash basically leaks down from the very top when they dump it through the top. Quick pre-degrease, first, second, and you're good to go. Some trucks might require light brushing on the cab only, but that's only if it's necessary. The bumper and the forks up in the front are going to get trashed every single time. So pre-treat those at all times and move along. So these are the front loaders, but there's also side or rear loaders, and they're all the same process. They'll all each have different problem areas. Like this one has a trap door on the side. That's a little problem area. They're all going to have problem areas, so be sure to pre-soak those. Here's another little problem area that we run into as well. You obviously want to hit the chassis as well. First and second real quick. No pre-grease here. First and second. And the back of this cab as well here. Let me show you. Gets pretty trash. First and second should clean that up real nice. Everything else is basic, guys. This is the first, second. Hit every angle like we talked about in other videos. Oh, and here's one thing. At the very top, we do get a high complaint area at the very top. If you have short guys washing, make sure that you get them a step ladder they can hit the first and second section up at the top. But other than that, I mean, it's just a damn rectangle if you ask me. There's another problem area real quick that I wanted to show you guys down at the bottom as well. And the tanks get trashed as well. So put some degreaser on there before and get to rolling. First, second, rinse, and move along, man. These guys don't want a whole lot of quality. They just want a clean image. While you guys enjoy the video, I'm going to make myself some green spaghetti real quick. I'm going to heat that bitch up and get a little snackaroo in. Guys, enjoy the video. Here's another problem area with some spaghetti. Enjoy the video. Ask questions, guys. Stay active and start closing more accounts. Let's fucking go. Let's get to it. All right, so our front washer starts by applying step number 2 across the entire cab and front section of the truck. That's actually intentional. This is the area the customer wants detailed the most, and it's also where the majority of the grime builds up, especially from tipping the green bins all day. Meanwhile, our rear washer is working step number 1 across the full rectangle of the truck, both sides and back. He's responsible for the entire rear section. Notice how he's applying step 1 sporadically, without worrying too much about detail. That's exactly what we want here. The goal of step number 1 is simple. Pre-soak every inch, ensure full coverage of the low pH detergent, and let the chemistry start doing the work from the get-go. As the rear washer continues to step 1, you'll notice the front washer applying pressure at the top of the hood using step number 2. This isn't about blasting, it's just knocking loose heavy grime before we pre-soak it with our 1-to-1 degreaser mix. We'll let the rear washer finish step 1, and once you see him slow down and start uniforming his lines, that's your cue. He's now switched to step number 2. Clean lines, consistent coverage. That's how you know step 2 is actually in play. Now that the front washer has removed some surface grime, he begins pre-soaking the entire top section with degreaser, the forks, and everything else that has heavy buildup. The goal here is simple. Degrease everything thoroughly so we don't have to touch it with a brush. Less brushing equals faster washes, less fatigue, and better consistency. We'll let our rear man continue with step number 2, and our front man degrease all the sections that need the required degreaser. Now you're probably wondering what degreaser we use. Honestly, any standard degreaser will do the job. Typically, the gallons run you about maybe 10 to 12 bucks a gallon. Or you could also use your step number 2 and break it down into either 2-to-1 mix ratio, 3-to-1, 1-to-1, depending on how bad they are. In this scenario, we went at 2-to-1. with our step number 2. All right, so our front washer just wrapped up the top, and I want you guys to pay attention to this part. That roof cleaned up real nice. Check this shit out. That's expected though, because it's pretty fairly new truck. So now he's working his way down the cab while our second guy is still finishing up the details on the right side. So let's let them work up. They're about to be done here in a second, just pending the cab. And our second washer is going to help him with the front of the cab, the wheel on that side as well, if he's backtracked a little bit. Notice there was a small stain that didn't come off on the first pass. No big deal. He circles back, hits it with a little degreaser, lets it soak, and now it melts right off with the pressure. That's exactly how it should look. And just like that, it looks like these guys are finishing up. Truck looks clean. Truck looks shiny. 2-step wash. We only brushed a couple of sections of the cab. Everything else was brushless. Now it's time to move on to the rest of the fleet. Next one, and on we go. That's 1 down. We've got 9 more lined up. After this, we have another 10 roll-offs waiting patiently for us. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, drop a comment below. If you've got questions, DM me or Josh. We're always happy to help. And if you've got any special requests, post them up in the community. We'll do our best to get that content out for you. Keep growing, keep knocking doors, and let's keep leveling up as humans and as entrepreneurs. Let's go.